Head man to Jake Morris, gets by him, now he catches up. Here's Morris poke checking it into the Seton zone. In the corner it goes, defenseman Simon Lamoureux after it, rips it around the boards, and they move it out to the 45. Morris forechecking, gets a stick on it momentarily, but it's backhanded to center ice. Right there is Aaron Barkley to dump it right back in the zone. Cameron racing in the corner, left side after it, pokes it in behind the net. After it there is Corey Juneau. Juneau loses to Bergeron. Cameron right in front, Morris shot, save, the rebound goes into the corner. So Massena with an opportunity right off the bat here. Corey Juneau, head man of Flanagan. Ryan Flanagan, real excellent hockey player, flips it in behind the Massena net and chases it. But Cullen's going to flip it around the boards. Here comes Jake Morris on the pass from Bergeron. Headman to Cameron at the red line. Drop pass to Labarge. Here comes Labarge trying to stick handle. Drops it in the corner. It's intercepted. Dump back out to center ice. Aaron Barkley from the red line dumps it right back in the Seton zone. Jeff Wood to pick it up there. Wood, headman to center ice. Bobby Whitcup steps over the boards and flips it in the corner. Wood picking it up for the Knights again. Wood gets it out to center ice. And the Knights start to move it down ice. Intercepted, Adam Morris. Headman to Whitcup. Whitcup back to Morris, to Chilton. Chilton across the blue line, drops for Whitcup. He kind of fanned on it, comes out to center ice, and Brian Levac gets a piece of it. Here's Levac with it, flipping it ahead for Whitcup, turning it around. Whitcup, Chilton. Chilton directs it in the Seton zone. It goes in behind the net. Stopped next to the net by Lankto. Around the boards comes Seton, and they move it out to center ice. It's Todd Kupal. Kupal's headman goes to Cummings, and he immediately dumps it in the Massena zone, and Seton's going to make another change. Here's Levac, headman to Whitcup. Whitcup gets railed, the puck bouncing at the blue line. Coming back is Jason Chilton. Chilton's headman goes off a leg. Following up is Todd Collins. Collins across the red line. He rips it in the Seton zone. In behind the net, stopped by Lankto. In behind, Jeff Tayo after it. He's playing wing on that third line, or Mark Tayo, I should say. There, I did it again. Mark flips it around to Freddie Kellison. Kellison back to Tayo in the corner, looking for Trevor Cameron, but it goes in behind the net. Back after it is Mickey Gibo. Gibo intercepted by Kellison. Kellison to Trevor Cameron. Cameron ridden into the boards, trying to stay with it. Kellison. Kellison gets wiped out of the play. The puck squirts to the right side to Lamoureux. Lamoureux taken out by Kellison. Here's Tayo, goes off a leg in behind the net. Gibo and Cameron steals from Gibo to Kellison. His shot knocked down by a defenseman. Back is Labarge, poking it into the corner for Tayo. Tayo goes to Cameron. He can't get to it, but it comes to Tayo again in the corner. Mark Tayo stick handling behind the net. He's got Cameron in front. It goes all the way back to the point. Here's Levac, fires it, just wide. And the puck comes free to Colette Dumas, and he dumps it for icing down the ice. Oh, a great shift by that third line.
Couple of great opportunities by that third line. Freddie Kellison had a good opportunity. Trevor Cameron dug it out in the corner and cruised in behind the net and spotted Freddie all alone out in front. And Freddie timed it, but it hit something on the way through and just deflected wide. Looks like the Knights, again, are trying to bring that off wing back in front to help out, to give Zeke Lankto a little extra help.
Off the face-off, Morris trying to go to Cameron, but it's knocked down out to center ice Flanagan. Has it poke checked away, goes along the red line. The Knights dump it in the zone. Off the stick of Corey Juneau, we have a whistle. And we got our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go against Massena. I think Chris Cameron's going to pick up the elbowing call.
Chris Cameron right down in front of us. He didn't have far to travel after he got the penalty, just a few feet, because he did put the lick on Corey Juneau. He came in with a check, brought the elbows up, and good call by referee Tom Caruso. And the Knights are going to have a power play here with the 12:02 left in the first period.
Jake Morris coming out to try to kill it off along with Bobby Whitcup. And we've got Barkley out there along with Labarge. Now moving to center is Ryan Flanagan. Flanagan out there with Chad Sample and Corey Juneau. Back at the point, they've got Alex Carter along with Mickey Gibo. Face off top of the circle, right side Massena zone. Off the draw, back to the point, Sample with it, flipping it over to Gibo. Gibo, left or right point, make that. Takes it at the 45, goes back to the point. Here's Flanagan's shot through traffic, wide. Jake Morris picking up the rebound in behind. Morris skates into the corner, lugging it. He's going to take it out to center ice. Here comes Jake with it. Stick handles across the blue line. He's finally knocked off the puck. He stays with it. Ridden into the boards. And going after it is Flanagan. Jake Morris killing some time there. Back out to center ice. Here comes Gibo. Headman pass into the Massena zone. Goes by everybody in the corner. Labarge throws a check. Bobby Whitcup picks up the loose puck. Labarge again taking his man. And the puck goes out to center ice off Whitcup's stick. Lifted right back into the zone. High in the air. Racing in the corner after it is Juneau. He gets tied up. Check that. That's Jeff Wood. Goes back to the point with it. They flip it around on the other side, moving it around. Flanagan at the point. Back to the other side. Wood right across in front. Here's a shot. It's fired wide as they got a man open. In the corner, it's Jeff Wood going back. Moving it around, back to the point to Flanagan. He cranks it up. It's blocked, goes to the corner. Whitcup got a piece of that. 20 seconds left in the power play. Back to Flanagan at the point. He drives it. Score! Ryan Flanagan. And I think Cullen was screened in front, and it went right in the corner to his stick side.
Excellent job by the Knights on that power play. They used the umbrella, the same system that the Raiders use on the power play. At least they did that time. And Ryan Flanagan anchoring it back at the point. On either side, he had Rocky Giroux on one side and Alex Carter on the other. And they just worked it around. Had a couple of big guys in front that they stationed in front. They looked to Flanagan to be the quarterback. And if he was being pressed, he'd pass off to one of the two guys on the side. But he elected to shoot that time. That was about a 55-footer through traffic that it might have hit something in front.
We'll guess that Flanagan got the goal, but we'll have to wait and see. Chilton's line comes out. Raiders trailing it 1-0. Here's Todd Collins with it, flipping it ahead. He's intercepted and dumped back in the Massena zone. In behind the net, Levac, stick handles by one. Flips to the wing. Here's Whitcup. Headman goes out to center ice. Adam Morris races for it. He's going to catch up. He gets hooked and gets the shot off anyway. There's going to be a penalty on Seton as Adam Morris snuck past the defense, and a nice headman by Jason Chilton set that up.
Great pass, and Mickey Gibo is going to take the penalty, and that was a good call because Adam would have been in home free, and Gibo put the hook on him to deter him from getting in there. That goal at the 4:12 mark, it was Ryan Flanagan, and Mickey Gibo will pick up the assist on it. With just one assist, and it was a power play goal at the 4:12. The Knights up 1-0.
Now Massena will go on the power play with a chance here as Jake Morris comes out with Bergeron and Cameron. And off the faceoff, Cameron back to Barkley at the point. Barkley flips it to Jake. In the corner, give and go, right back to Jake. Can't get the shot off. And the Knights move it out to center ice and dump it down into the Massena zone. Dougie Cullen is going to play it out to Chris Cameron. It bounces off his stick into the Massena zone, picked up by Barkley. Headman to Bergeron, goes by him, and there's going to be another penalty on the Knights. And a holding call will go against Jason Cummings as he had Chris Cameron all tied up and hauled him down, and that'll give Massena a two-man advantage for 1:10.
Well, you're inviting disaster when you allow the Raiders to go on a two-man advantage, but Chris Cameron paid the price for that. They called holding, but I'm sure if you ask Chris, he'd like to get a call for mugging. He got nailed twice on that play.
Off the face-off, Massena with two-man advantage. Goes to Cameron. Cameron looking to feed it to Bergeron. Bergeron across to Morris, and Morris takes it in. Here's Jake with a puck now. Looking, moving it around. Goes in the corner to Chris Cameron. Cameron goes back to the point. Here's a shot by Barkley. Kick save by Langto. Puck into the corner, Bergeron. Here's Sebastian with it. Moving it to Morris. Goes behind him. Morris picking it up in the 45 left side. Takes it to the middle. Gets a shot off, fired it wide. Puck going all the way around to the point, now to center ice. Nobody on that left point. Massena will have to come back and regroup. It goes to Jake. Takes it across. Here's Morris in the 45, moving it around. Gives it to Cameron. Chris steps out, trying to feed it in front. Gets it right back again off a Seton defender stick. Now to Morris in the corner. Morris back to Cameron. Cameron back to Jake. Here's Jake with it. Moving it, trying to go back to the point. And he stays with it. Drops it. Gets knocked down. The puck is bounced down the ice. And Seton kills it off as the first penalty will elapse here in just a moment. Massena just couldn't move that puck around very well on the double power play. Here comes Barkley. Headman into the Seton zone, dumped right back down in the Massena zone. In behind the net. Here's Cullen with it. He's going to leave it for Barkley. Barkley in behind his net. Just 5 seconds left in the first penalty. So it looks like the Raiders are going to come up empty here. Here comes Chilton ahead to Adam Morris. Morris takes it across into the corner. Stops. Looks to set it up. Bounce pass to himself. In behind now. They move it around. Here's Jason Labarge, the shot, the save. Rebound Morris trying to flip it to Whitcup. Whitcup loses his edge. Morris gets it, hits the side of the net with it. Adam Morris with it, kicks it. Over in the corner to Jason Labarge. Here's Labarge. Back pass in the corner, Adam Morris. Here's Morris. Gets knocked down. Underneath the puck, flips it in front. Chilton shot, save. Rebound, they jam at it in front. And Whitcup can't get a piece. Now another shot, and Langto makes the save.
Excellent job on killing that penalty by Alex Carter, Chad Sample, and Jeff Wood. They just denied Massena. And on the other side of the coin, the Raiders did not get anybody in front. They worked the puck around the outside, but when they took the shot, it was just a clear path, and Zeke Langto had plenty of time to pick it up, and no obstructions in front. You can be down 2-3 men, but if you do not create, you can pass that puck around the outside, but you've got to screen that goaltender.
Massena actually had some better chances after the penalty was up.
Yes, they did. But an outstanding job by Sample, Wood, and again, number 10, Alex Carter. Down 2 men. They did an excellent job killing penalty.
Trevor Cameron to take the face-off now. Puck in the corner. They center it right in front. It bounces into the circle, and the Knights are going to clear it. Out to center ice is Colette Dumas. He dumps it in the Massena zone. Back after it is Brian Levac. Here's Levac in behind the net. Flips it ahead for Collins and takes the check. Collins looking to head man. Goes to Kellison. Kellison to Trevor Cameron. Trying to bust and split the D, but it's taken off his stick by Simon Lamoureux. Lamoureux can't clear the zone. He's going to come back into the corner. He's got Mark Tayo on him. He flips it along the boards. Picked up there by Dumas, and Dumas is going to take it in behind. Still 1-0 Seton on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. We're in the first period. Puck bouncing around, comes back to the blue line, and the Knights move it out to center ice. That's Gibo dumping it all the way down the ice. They wave the icing off, and Brian Levac will come out as Massena makes a line change. Both teams making changes. No, I guess not. Here comes Freddie Kellison. Kellison takes it in on the right wing side, gets the shot off, save made by Langto. Puck in around the net, hits the glass. Tayo steps in front of it, looking to move it along the boards. They poke at it. Puck comes free. Cameron throws a check. Goes after it. Now Tayo gets a stick on it. They try to kick it free. It comes to Trevor Cameron. Circles right in front. Centering pass. Oh, it goes through Kellison's stick. He couldn't get a piece of it. Nice play by Trevor Cameron. Now the Knights break it out of there. And it's Todd Kupal flipping it in the Massena zone. It goes into the corner. After it there is Barkley. Barkley has it poked away in behind the net. It's Matt McLean. McLean gets tied up by Labarge, and Trevor Cameron picks it up and flips it all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing against Massena. And with 6:21 left on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, the Seton Catholic Knights lead Massena 1-0.
And as you mentioned, the first shift out there, that line of Trevor Cameron, Freddie Kellison, and Mark Tayo had a great shift. Well, they just duplicated it here. All kinds of pressure down in the Seton end. And Trevor Cameron spotted Freddie Kellison all alone, be to the left of Zeke Langto, and got him the puck. And Freddie just couldn't get his stick down quick enough.
Off the face-off. Bergeron trying to get it out of the zone. It's deflected. Comes in behind the net to Brian Levac. Levac, bounce pass all the way out to center ice. Bergeron racing for it. There's a foot race. Bergeron gets a stick in the shot, the rebound, and a save made. Langto holds on, and Bergeron is checked into the boards, and there's going to be a penalty. No, just a face-off on the right side.
The puck came out of the right side of the Raider end, and from the far side, Sebastian Bergeron broke like the wind and outraced the weak side Seton defenseman.
Here's a shot knocked down, bouncing in the circle. Jake with it, has it poked away. Goes to Bergeron, to Jake, the slot shot. No, he makes the save. Langto looked behind him, and I did too, but he held on to it for the face-off.
Again, I'm sure the Seton Catholic coach, Mike Dandro, is kind of shaking his head. Zeke Langto is going down to those 2 knees before the shot's even taken. He's down on his knees. That shot came through. Before it got to him, he had the pads down on the ice, Jerry.
Face off right side, Seton zone. Still 1-0 Seton Catholic. 5:53 left, period number 1. Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Morris will draw. Off the face-off, back to the point. Goes to Levac. His shot is wide. Rebound. Bergeron whacks at it. Goes in behind the net off a defenseman. And they jam at it. We're going to have a roughing call in front against Seton. And at first I thought they were going to call Bergeron for the trip, but not the case. There was a penalty before that on Seton Catholic for roughing in front of the net, and that's going to be Flanagan getting the gate for roughing. So the Raiders with another power play here. They really did nothing on their first power play. They've got to move that puck around. They're going to go with the Chilton line this time.
Massena could have been called for a penalty. Sebastian Bergeron upended the Seton player, and I thought the official was going to call it.
Off the face-off, Collins flips it in the corner. That's intercepted by Jeff Wood. He rides it around the boards and all the way down the ice. In behind the Massena net, racing in on it there is Jason Cummings, but Levac gets there first and moves it out. Here comes Brian Levac into the zone, setting up the offense, flipping it right in the middle, and it's dumped right back down the ice. It was right on the stick of McLean, who had just come into the zone. Collins in behind his own net to pick it up. Todd Collins now will start out left side. Here's Collins moving it. Headman goes by everybody, and it's dumped right back in the Massena zone. 50 seconds left in the power play, which thus far has not been too powerful. Here's Bobby Whitcup with it. Whitcup circling and starts out. Headman pass to Adam Morris. Morris flipping it in the zone, knocked right back out again. Adam has to come up with it. Here comes Morris. Taking it across, gets by one, then gets knocked down, and the puck dumped outside again. Right back in the zone it goes with just 25 seconds left in the power play. In the corner, it's Adam Morris, and he can't stop it. Comes back out to center ice. Brian Levac to Todd Collins. Collins dumps it back in the zone, comes to the side of the net, and what's the call? Offsides? Yep. Offsides of Massena with just 14 seconds left in the power play.
Played about a little over 10 minutes of this first period, and I'd say Seton right now just a half a step, a quarter step, a little hungrier, Jerry. Raiders coming off a big tournament last week, and it's very emotional. A lot of emotion on Friday night and a big excitement on Saturday, so it's they're not pumped up to exactly where they were last weekend.
Here's Cameron to Bergeron at the blue line. Sebastian in the corner now, right side. Stick handles in behind the net, wraparound attempt is poke checked into the corner. Now it comes to Chris Cameron, steps in front. Cameron feeds it back to Jason LaBarge. LaBarge moving it around the horn, flipping to Jake in the corner. Morris with it, goes back to LaBarge. LaBarge cranks it up in the shot. Langto makes the save. Jason, I don't think, got as much on that as he would have liked.
Again, must be the word has spread, the success that Potsdam has had against Massena by clogging the middle. And as you look down there, and especially from our advantage spot here, we have a good look at it. You can almost put a 50-cent piece over all those 5 green shirts.
Off the face-off, back to Bergeron. Bergeron drops it to Jason LaBarge. He cranks it up again. The save made by Langto. And again, he's down.
Again, he is down, and he's going to pay the price for that eventually. And if this is what they want, what you want to do, if they're going to clog that middle, use the points and keep shooting, shoot that puck, and eventually good things will happen. Because, again, young Mr. Langto is dropping to those knees awful early.
Trevor Cameron's line coming out now, and that means that it will be Greg Gutz out there.
I don't know if we mentioned the officials for this afternoon's game, Tommy Caruso and it's Wayne Humel, I believe, isn't it?
That's right. Face off, right side. No, that's Todd Kupal's line out against the Cameron line. Off the face. Cameron wins the draw, trying to get it to Kellison, but it's knocked off his stick. Freddie stays with it, takes it, gets a shot. Oh, Langto just got the pad over in time. Back to the point, and down the ice it goes. And they wave the icing off for some reason, and it's picked up in behind the net by Massena. The Raiders move it out. Long headman pass from Barkley. Is going to go right in on net. And Langto flips it in the corner, and Wood is there to pick it up. He and Kellison go together. The puck pokes free, and it's dumped out to center ice. Brian Levac from Massena loses it in his skate. Now he finds it. Flips it ahead for Kellison. Knocked off his stick. He stays with it. Kellison having a pretty good game thus far. Here's Aaron Barkley with it. Over to Levac. Bounce pass to Mark Tile. Tile circles. Turns around, flips for Cameron. Cameron steps by the check. Here is Trevor Cameron across the blue line. Back out to center ice. Offsides will be the call. And we'll face it off with 3:02 left in the first period on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Seton Catholic leading Massena 1-0.
Coach Mike Dander of the Knights having to do a lot of juggling. He's got the number 24, Matt McLean, up on the first unit on the right side. And when we saw him earlier in the year, he was on the 4th unit. And he's short-shifting him out there, getting a lot of mileage out of his kids. And that's good coaches will do that. Piecemeal here and there. I notice he had Matt McLean just clear the zone. If you're being any type of pressure and you can't come out clean, just dump it off the boards. And he did it successfully the last time.
Chilton will face it off again for Massena. And the puck sits there. Whitcup gets a whack at it. It goes off a defenseman inside of the net. Picked up there by Simon Lamoureux. Flipping it along the boards. It comes out to center ice. Chilton couldn't come up with it. And down the ice, here comes Greg Gutz. Gutz usually plays defense. He's playing forward here this afternoon. He centers it, but it's knocked in behind. Now the puck control, and we got a whistle, and we got a penalty, a roughing call. And let's see, who's the call? Is it on Seton?
It looks like it's going to be on Seton. I thought initially against Massena because he blew the whistle. But Seton's going to go to the box. It is a roughing call, and it's Greg Gutz, I believe, is going to get it, Jerry.
Yeah, usually in the offensive zone, you figure the defensive team is going to get the penalty, but not that time. A little roughing in front. And Massena, another power play chance. Thus far, they're 0 for 2 on the PP. And they have got to get something going in the power play here, trailing 1-0. Off the face-off.
Massena got the first penalty, Jerry, and Seton has picked up the next 4.
Off the face-off. Jason LaBarge with it. Flips it to Aaron Barkley. Barkley, head man to Cameron. Here's Chris, feeding Jake, and Jake starts it into the zone. Jake with Bergeron, steps by the D, takes it in front, can't get the shot off, and the net's off its moorings, and we'll have a face-off inside Seton territory.
Alex Carter and Jeff Wood have been doing an outstanding job in this first period, but that time Jake just turned Alex Carter inside out. He backed him down, first of all, down right into his goaltender, and then shifted gears and went right around him.
Face-off left side in the Seton zone. Off the draw in the corner. Ripped around the boards by Carter. Kept in by LaBarge at the point. Good job by LaBarge. Now it's knocked down in front, out to center ice by Seton. Barkley dumps it back in the corner. Puck rips around the boards. Carter again looking for the hole, and down the ice it goes. In fact, it goes right in on Cullen. He's going to flip it ahead for Jake Morris. He almost passed it right on Flanagan's stick. Morris, LaBarge, back to Jake. He can't get up. Here's Flanagan in front. Poke checked away by Barkley, and a nice poke check. Here comes Jake Morris with it, taking it across. The puck bouncing into the corner. They jam for it along the boards. Morris gets a piece of it to Cameron. Cameron tied up by Wood, but stays with it. Here's Chris, centering pass, Bergeron, shot, rebound, another big save. The puck comes free to Cameron, his shot, in the net. I think Bergeron deflected it in, and Massena goes up, or ties it up 1-1. I think it's either Cameron or Bergeron who gets the goal, but the Raiders score finally on the power play.
I'm sure it'll be Sebastian Bergeron. Great effort. Chris Cameron set him up initially to the right of Zeke Langto, and Langto came up with a great save, but persistent. The Raiders regained control of the puck, and I think Chris Cameron found him. Sebastian Bergeron all alone to the left of Zeke Langto, and as he threw it across, Sebastian picked it right out of the air and redirected it behind Zeke Langto.
Looked like it hit the post on the way through. Yeah, it is Bergeron getting the goal, so that ties things up. Chris Aldis out there playing defense. He flips it out to center ice. Oh, Chilton just threw a wicked check. The puck kicks free, and Aldis is there. Stick handles, gets tied up, and flips it ahead into the Seton zone. That'll be, no, they waved the icing off. Not calling too many icings today. Oh, Whitcup goes to throw a check and missed, and goes into the boards. Mickey Gibo with it. Gibo rips it around the boards for Seton. Pinching in is Aldis, and Gibo has to come back and flip it around the other side. Morris goes after it into the corner, throws a check, comes to Collins. His shot is wide. Puck into the corner. After it is Matt McLean. Flips it. It goes by Aldis. Back to the Massena zone. Into the zone. Here comes Jason Cummings. And Cummings is hauled down by Collins. And the whistle blows. And we'll have a holding call on Todd Collins. And Seton will go on the power play here with 42 seconds left in the first period. We're all tied at 1 on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard.
That Raider goal coming at 13:22, and it was a power play, his 9th of the year. Sebastian Bergeron and Chris Cameron and Jake Morris picking up assists. So we're tied at 1-1, but the Knights are going to go on a power play, as you mentioned, Jerry, with 42 seconds left in this period.
Their first goal came on the power play, as did Massena's first goal come on the power play. Trevor Cameron out there, along with brother Chris, to try to kill this off the face-off, back to the point, controlled by the Knights. They move it around the horn. Here's Carter with it, back to Flanagan. Flanagan flips it on the 45. Back to Flanagan at the point. He dumps it. Carter, through, knocked away in the corner. Gibo after it. Here's Gibo with it. Flipping it behind the net now. Now Jason LaBarge throws a check. Barkley trying to come up with a puck. It's underneath the Seton player. Now they get up and jam for it. The puck bounces free. It's still free side of the net. LaBarge gets a piece of it. Barkley says, where is it? We have a whistle. And I think we're going to have matching minors. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to call. As the two players were really battling, Jason LaBarge and the Seton player, side of the net. And they're both going to get nailed for penalties.
The roughing, Jerry. I want to see the book, the stat sheet, see how many roughing calls we've had. These will be 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 out of the 8 penalties are roughing. That seems to be the favorite call this afternoon right here. But there was no question, both of them, the Seton player trying to establish some position in front, and the Jason LeBar trying to move them out of there. And they got the sticks up a little bit, and referee Tommy Caruso didn't put up with that, and we've got matching minors.
9 seconds left. We'll be speaking with, after the first period, with Gavin Reagan, who is the coach of the New York State select team that's going to that tournament we've been talking about. We'll have a chance to chat with him after the first period. On the Pete scoreboard, 1-1 tie, 9 seconds left in the period. And they didn't put the second Massena penalty up yet. They've got to do that. That's what the stoppage is here.
I'm sure when you get a chance to talk with Gavin, ask him about Jake Morris, would you, Jerry?
Sure will. Face off right side, won by Jake. He stick handles in the corner, 5 seconds. Looking just to tie up and waste time, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Puck free, and Whitcup made the team. And let's see, there was, Pat O'Neill, that fine Plattsburgh goaltender.
Okay.
Made the team, and Blanchard are the 2 goaltenders. So both goaltenders coming out of the NAC, which is pretty good.
Excellent. Well, we're just seconds away to start the second period, a 1-1 hockey game. The Knights will defend the goal to our left, and the Raiders defending Dougie Cullen to our right.
Massena's got an extra. Oh, no, okay. Apparently they decided to, those matching minors, they pushed or bumped or whatever you want to call it. So it'll be 5-on-4 instead of 4-on-3 for 48 seconds. Jake Morris out there along with Chris Cameron. Aaron Barkley is out there along with Brian Levac. And we're about ready to go, and we're underway as Flanagan, thank you, Flanagan takes the face-off and wins it. Gibo dumps it in the Massena zone. It rips into the corner. After it there is Jason Cummings. Cummings flipping it on the 45, moving it Flanagan on the fly. His glove save by Doug Cullen, and a good one it was.
Excellent save. The Knights moved the puck around really well, and they key off number 20. Flanagan is their quarterback, and they were able to get it to him. Number 10, Alex Carter, good pass on the forehand, and he won time to Dougie Cullen. Big save.
Off the faceoff, Flanagan wins it, moves it along the boards. This time he's got Cameron digging with it. They tie it up. It kicks free, poked back to the point, slips out to center ice. Good hustle by Chris Cameron. 20 seconds left in the power play. Cameron, he almost stole the puck there. It goes back in the Seton zone, picked up by Gibo. He's got Jake Morris forechecking. He flips it out to center ice. Here comes Flanagan in the Massena zone. Does the shift, gets a shot off, fires it wide. Puck comes free to Brian Levac, flips it in the corner to Jake, and he dumps it out to center ice. The penalty is up. Collins back on the ice, and Massena killed that one off. Part of it in this period, part in the first. Here's Brian Levac with it, flipping it to the Seton line. Intercepted there by, that's Alex Carter. He loses it, and it's dumped right back inside Seton territory. Carter is there, side of the net, loses it to Cameron. Here comes Chris Cameron circling out. Centering pass right in front. Chilton gets a shot off, but it's knocked down, and the puck comes free in the corner. Seton dumping it to the Massena line. Aldis is there for the Raiders. Headman at Jason Chilton. Chilton takes it across, right side, drops it to Whitcup trailing. Bobby into the corner with it. Whitcup in behind the net, centering pass right in front. Morris couldn't get the shot off. We got a whistle, and we got a penalty, and I think Seton's going to pick up another one. And that happened out by the blue line, if I'm not mistaken. It's a hit from behind.
Hit from behind, yes, and the Raiders will go on a power play. Number 15 for the Raiders, Bobby Whitcup. Excellent job once he gained the zone. And talk about working under handicap. So you found out just prior to the game that Bobby certainly is working under one. He's got, I think it's a right leg. He's got a piece of a cartilage that has to be removed, and they're going to scope it in a couple of weeks. So he'll be sidelined for maybe a week to 10 days.
It's Cummings who gets the penalty off the faceoff. The puck slides back in the Massena zone. Aaron Barkley after it. Barkley stops, loses the forechecker, starts it out. Headman to Bergeron. Bergeron leaves it for Morris. Jake gets tied up, and it's flipped back out to center ice. Bergeron dumps it in the corner. Puck rips around the boards. Chad Sample for the Knights. Flipping it, doesn't get it out. Hit his own guy. It bounces behind. Now they're going to dump it, and down the ice it goes. In behind the net, in the Massena zone, is Aaron Barkley. Barkley looks and leaves for Jake. Jake feeds it ahead for Bergeron. To Cameron, goes by him. That'll be an icing on Massena. No, it goes into the goalie. So he leaves it in the corner for Jeff Wood. Wood in behind the net, wraps it around the boards. Does it get out? It does. It's dumped down the ice by the Knights again with 40 seconds left in the power play. Here's Cullen. Oops, he flipped it up into the stands, and that's going to be a penalty on Massena, I believe. Yeah.
I don't know, Jerry.
Oh,
He
maybe
might just
not.
I don't think it was intentional. He was trying to clear it by the onrushing Seton player, and he got it up a little high. So it's kind of tough to read the mind there.
Yeah. Okay. Now, see, I think in college that's automatic, isn't it? Anytime, or is that in the pros?
Neither one. Sure. Again, they have to read it. It's a judgment call, Jerry.
Okay. All right. 35 seconds left in the power play. Massena has been unable to get on track in this power play as the puck goes in behind Doug Cullen. Leaves it for Brian Levac. Levac starts out. Headman pass goes to Adam Morris by way of Chilton to Whitcup. He takes it across. Here's Whitcup in the corner now, circling behind the net. Moves it around the boards. Back to the point. Todd Collins with it. Tees it up, then flips it to Chilton. 10 seconds in the power play. Back to the point. It's Todd Collins with it. Collins stick handling it. Goes to Chilton. Chilton has a bounce over stick. Slides it in the corner. Whitcup gets a piece of it, and he gets hauled down. And the penalty is up. It comes to Collins in behind. Drops it for Whitcup, side of the net. They jam there, and the net's knocked up off its moorings, and we have a whistle, and we'll have a face-off inside the Seton Catholic territory.
Tell you, two players for the Seton Catholic Knights that had an outstanding first period, and one of the big reasons that we have a 1-1 hockey game and they're playing together, number 23, Jeff Wood, and number 10, Alex Carter. Killing her on power situations, especially killing when Massena had a two-man advantage in that first period. They were just outstanding.
1-1 tie hockey game on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. 11:53 left in the second period. Jason Chilton will face off. Wins the draw, goes back to Barkley at the point. He loses his balance. Falls down, but he knocked just in time. He knocked the Seton player off stride, and Jason Labarge just turned on the jets, comes up with a puck, and flips it ahead. Oh, my goodness, did Labarge turn on the jets or what? Here comes Chilton now, back into the zone. Drop pass for Adam Morris. Morris flipping for Whitcup, goes back to the point. Labarge cranks it up, feeds Chilton. His shot knocked in front. They jam. Big save there. The puck sits side of the net. Whitcup picks it up, dumps it for Barkley. Barkley trying to flip it in the corner, but it's knocked out to center ice. And Labarge is there again. Here's Jason Labarge with it. Bounce pass to Jason Chilton. Chilton flips it in the Seton zone. Knocked down there and dumped out to center ice. Comes to Barkley. He flips it inside, and they're going to call an offsides as they hit the goalie. And the faceoff will come out by the red line.
Great job, as you mentioned, by Jason Labarge. His line mate, his teammate on the far side, got pinched at the blue line, and Seton tipped it by. There were two green shirts, and Jason Labarge came from the weak side and beat the Seton Catholic player. One good thing the Raiders had going for him, too, that one player was Matt McLean, and he's not a real good skater.
Here comes Tayo. Stick handling in the corner as the Trev Cameron line is out. In behind the net, Tayo throws a check. The puck gets away from him, and the Knights move it out to center ice. Here comes Seton Catholic as they move down and dump. And the puck comes in behind the net in the corner to Kellison after the check thrown by Collins. Kellison gets upended. The puck comes to Levac. Here's Levac. Pokes it. Doesn't get it out. Slams at it, and the puck comes bouncing back in the corner in behind the net for Todd Collins. Collins rides it around the boards. Champel steps into it, trying to keep it in the zone. He does. Now Tayo gets a piece of it, gets knocked down. The puck free. Finally, it comes ripping around behind the net. Racing in after it there is Jesse Holland. Holland rides it around on the other side. Tayo. Mark Tayo gets tied up in behind the net, then kicks it free and starts it out. Here's Tayo now. Has to come back for it. Overskates it. Puck comes to Collins. Collins bounces it. Finally gets it ahead to Trevor Cameron. And Cameron flips it to Kellison. Kellison takes it across. Trying to get the shot off. Goes off a defenseman's leg. Kellison ridden into the boards. The puck kicks free, and it's out to center ice. To the Massena line it comes. Jason Labarge to Aaron Barkley. Barkley flips it ahead. That's intercepted. And back comes Seton. That's Jeff Wood. Wood looks like he's going to shoot. He does, and fires it wide. Now Bergeron trying to poke it to the blue line. Kept in at the point, and the puck rides around behind the net. Barkley with it. Flipping it around the boards. Knocked away from him. Jason Labarge, he can't get it, but it's out in front. It slides all the way down into the Seton zone. Back after it is Mickey Gibo. Gibo in behind his own net. Flips it ahead to the blue line. Kept in at the point. Jason Labarge. Labarge gets knocked down, gets back up again. Steers it in the corner for Jake. Here's Morris with it. In the slot. Gets a shot off. It's knocked down by the defense and is flipped out to center ice. Barkley with it. Bounce pass. Intercepted there by Chad Sample across the blue line. Dumps it, and it goes off a stick in the corner. Jason Labarge rides it around the boards. Bergeron and Gibo go together. The puck kicks free. Sample flips it for Gibo. In behind the net, goes to the side of the net, and Jake Morris picks it up there. Morris has it taken away by Sample. Now Barkley poking after it in the corner. They jam at it, comes free again. Bergeron kicks it in behind the net. Flanagan backhander right on, and the save made by Doug Cullen. Massena, well, I'll tell you, Seton putting on a lot of pressure right now.
Excellent job by that line of Flanagan, Juneau, and Sample. And Ryan Flanagan's going to be a good one, and he just showed why out there. He took the puck away from the Massena defenseman in the left corner and went in behind the net and spun around out in front and backhanded one, and Dougie Cullen had to come up with a big save. Seton playing the body very well in the offensive end, Jerry. They're laying on some good licks out there.
Face off in the Massena zone. It'll be Kupal's line out there. Kupal with Cummings and McLean. Back to the point. Here's the drive. And it knocked down in front. Comes into the corner. Whitcup over skates. But Collins is there to flip it ahead to Chilton. Long headman pass. Adam Morris is intercepted. Back to the Massena line. Poke checked. Brian Levac with a problem. But Chilton comes back to help out. Takes it in behind the net. Here's Chilton going to Levac. Brian starts it out. Backhand pass hits Adam Morris. Here comes Morris. Got Whitcup and his poke checked away. Nice play by Jeff Wood to break it up. Puck in the corner now is underneath Wood, and we'll have a face-off. Jeff Wood just did a great job that time.
Well, he's been strong since the opening whistle, Jerry. We mentioned just a few seconds ago he and his partner, defensive partner Alex Carter, have been super strong for the Knights. And Jeff Wood, he's seen a lot of ice time out there. When he goes off, it's not off the ice for very long. He's really playing a outstanding hockey game.
Trevor Cameron's line coming back out for the Massena Red Raiders now. The face-off to the right of goaltender Zeke Langto. And we've got Mike Hewlett up to play the wing with Eddie Davis. Off the face-off, Hewlett goes back to Aldis at the point. He flips it in the corner. Puck rips in behind the net. After it is Simon Lamoureux right in front. The puck bouncing around in the slot. It bounces to the blue line and not out. Kept in there to Trevor Cameron. Here's Cameron sliding it right in front again. It's knocked down by Lamoureux in front. And he's going to move it out to center ice. His headman is just directed into the Massena zone. And it comes to Jason Labarge. Seton's going to make a line change here. Labarge with it. Circles in behind. Looks. Starts out right side. Jason Labarge bangs it out to center ice. It goes to Trevor Cameron. Here comes Cameron across the blue line. Trying to flip it to Hewlett. Goes in the corner. Hewlett. Mike Hewlett with it. Gets knocked down. Goes after it again. Has it taken away. And it's back to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Seton. Dumping it in the zone. In the corner behind the net. It's Mike Hewlett picking it up. Here's Hewlett. Bounce pass out to center ice. Intercepted by Gibo there. Flipping to his partner. Back to the Massena line. Labarge throws a check. There's going to be a penalty on Jason Labarge. I imagine they're going to call a charge. No, hit from behind.
Hitting from behind. They could have had him either one. Jason's protesting, but I just saw the end of it. He took number 14, David Hay, right into the boards, right in front of the Seton bench, and he took him in head first. That's kind of dangerous, and the official right there and whistled Jason Labarge, so he'll spend the next minute 30 seconds in the penalty box, and the Knights will go on a power play. You know, Jerry, you got to know where that puck is at all times, and down at the other end, Zeke Langto lost concentration, lost sight of the puck, and he was looking in the left corner, and the puck was out in front of the net, and the Raiders had a glorious opportunity.
Power play chance for Seton Catholic as they move it to Gibo at the point. We've got Jake Morris in there killing Brian Levac now in the corner after it with Jeff Wood. Levac muscles Wood. Looking to pinch into the boards. Gibo comes in. Jake takes it. Flips it ahead for Cameron. And he jams it down the ice. And back in the zone it comes. Langto leaves it for Alex Carter. Cameron and Morris out there as the penalty down to about a minute left. Here comes Flanagan. Flipping it ahead into the Massena line. Dumped right back down the ice. Flanagan comes back after it again. Here's Flanagan. Flipping for a head. It goes to Todd Collins. He rips it to Chris Cameron. Cameron can't come up with it. It comes free in front. Here's Flanagan. He fired it high over the net. Cameron takes it in the corner. Picks it up, dumps it, gets it out to center ice. And Chris made a bit of a mistake there, but he made up for it that time as he gets it out to center ice. Here's Gibo again. Gibo's pass over on the other side for Sample. He dumps it in the Massena zone. Comes in for Collins behind the net. He lifts it out and down the ice. Collins wasted no time getting rid of it that time. About 20 seconds left in the Seton power play. We're still tied at a goal apiece. Now Cameron checking Flanagan. Cameron stays with it, but Flanagan finally flips it ahead to Gibo. Gibo moving it into the zone. They jam for it. It comes in behind the net. That's Jeff Wood in the corner. Wood flips it in behind for Chad Sample, trying to wrap around right in front. The shot, they score! Breaking in is Jeff Wood, and he picked up the loose puck in the slot, and that makes it 2-1. A power play goal, just 2 seconds left in the penalty to Jason Labarge, and the Knights pick up their second goal and lead it 2-1 with 5.5 left in the second period.
Just persistence paid off in number 23. We mentioned what an outstanding game he's had, Jeff Wood. He just stayed after and stayed after. Just prior to that, he had undressed the Raider defenseman, put a little move on him, went right around him, and the puck just rolled off his stick. He continued on into the corner and picked it up, and it came out in front, and he didn't make any mistake this time. He found the long side by Dougie Cullen, and the Knights, as we mentioned at the top of the show, if they want to get ready for the sectionals, to send a message, this is the game, and they're doing it right at this time.
Yeah, they play very well in this second period. Massena trailing 2-1 now as the Knights flip it into the Massena zone. Bounces in behind the net. Jason Labarge after it, can't come up with it. It comes to McLean, centering pass in front. It's knocked in behind the net by Adam Morris. Morris throws the check. The puck kicks free. After it there is Cummings. Cummings gets tied up. Witka picks it up and flips it out to center ice, Chilton. Here comes Jason Chilton with it. Goes by the defenseman. Here comes Chilton busting in front. Shot! Oh, he just missed wide. Puck whistles around the boards, and it's kept in the corner. In behind the net now, Morris throws the check. The puck bounces free and out to center ice. Here comes Todd Coupal. We got a 2-on-1, but Whitcup gets back. Here's Coupal. His shot. Glove save by Cullen. Good save by Doug Cullen.
Oh, outstanding save by Doug Cullen. Your club is down 2-1, and the opposition's barreling in on you, and a great glove save. That one looked labeled at the top corner. I'll tell you, the Raiders needed that save. They're down by 1, and the Knights are storming at them right now. Massena's a little flat. And Seton Catholic gets taken it right to Massena. We've got 4:42 left in the second period. The Knights of Seton Catholic up 2-1.
Kyle Sweenor out there with Jesse Holland and Colette Dumas. And we got Trevor Cameron's line. Hewlett and Eddie Davis are in the wings. Davis poke checks it out to center ice. Wood trying to dump it free. It's knocked down. Comes to Cameron. Cameron just gets mugged into the boards, and the puck comes free to Hewlett. Hewlett takes a wave at it, can't come up with it, and Wood flips it in the Massena zone. Cullen stops it for Levac. Levac dumps it in behind for Hewlett, and Hewlett starts it out again. Ahead to Davis. Here comes Eddie Davis to Trevor Cameron. Cameron takes it across, gets by 1, and gets hauled down. He gets up again, stays with it, and the puck goes in the corner. Cameron gets knocked down, the whistle blows, and Trevor Cameron got nailed twice that time, stayed with it, and got the shot off. It went wide, but there's going to be a penalty on Seton.
Well, I'll tell you, that's what the Raiders need is a spurt like Trevor Cameron. He's saying to his teammates, come on, fellas, let's go. He got knocked down by 2 Seton Catholic players, sprawled right on his backside. He got up and beat both of them to the puck, was knocked down again. The penalty had already been called. It was a delayed call, and he got to the puck and almost put it out in front for a great scoring opportunity. But that was just, I'm not going to be denied effort by Trevor Cameron. He's saying, come on, gang, we're flat. Let's pick our game up a notch, and that got the crowd into it, and let's see if it be effective in getting his teammates into it.
2-1 Seton leads on the Corky scoreboard. We're in the second period. Face off right side of Langto in the Seton zone. Jake Morris will take the draw. Wins it back to Labarge at the point. Labarge drops it. Here's a shot by Bergeron. The save made by Langto. Puck in behind the net. Picked up by the Knights. Back to the point. It comes around to Morris in the corner to Cameron. Chris moving it into the circle, flips it right in front. Bergeron just missed. The puck comes to Labarge. Labarge at the 45. Labarge moving it into the corner. Bergeron right in front. Morris shot, score! Jake Morris on a beautiful 3-way passing play. Massena has tied it up on the power play.
If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. They worked it from the left side to the right side the first time, slid it across to Sebastian Bergeron, who was standing all alone to the right of Zeke Langto. He had the open net. He fanned on it, but perseverance. He went after it, dug it out, and in turn did the favor. He slid it across the same play, only flip-flop it. He had Jake to the left side on his off wing. Sebastian picked it up, slid it across the ice. Jake standing about a few feet inside the dot. It was on his stick and in the net before Zeke Langto could slide across. Big goal, and the Raiders needed that one.
Off the face-off, the puck comes to Whitcup. Whitcup flips it in the zone, but coming back after it is Corey Juneau. Juneau moving it ahead to center ice. Brian Levac is there. Levac backs to his own blue line, then flips it ahead for Chilton, trying to deflect it ahead. It's intercepted. Here comes Jeff Wood, skating in the zone. Has it knocked off his stick, gets it back again at the blue line, dumps it in the corner, picked up there by Aldis, who moves it out to center ice. Dump back in the zone, and Aldis will have to come back after it. Here's Aldis flipping it around the boards for Levac. He's going to ride it the other way to Whitcup. Bobby turns around and looks up, moves it ahead. Meant for Adam Morris, goes by him in the zone. Sample gets a stick on it. He and Morris go into the corner. And there's going to be a penalty. There's going to be matching penalties, I believe. As Adam Morris, I'm not so sure he deserved that first penalty, but he's going to get it. And I think the Seton player will pick up a retaliation call.
Adam Morris and Alex Carter are both going to go to the box, and they're whispering sweet nothings in each other's ear right now, and referee Tommy Caruso standing between them, but they'll punch up a minute-and-a-half minor. That last goal, the tying goal, is 12th of the year. Jake Morris with Sebastian Bergeron and Jason Labarge picking up the assist. Great passing by the Raiders once they gained the zone, and that was a power play. Their second power play goal of the afternoon, and we have a 2-2 hockey game.
2:53 remaining in the second period. We're going to skate 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders here.
And Mr. Igniter is back out there, number 9. He ignited a small fire under those Raiders his last shift. Let's see if he can do it again.
Here's Cameron trying to bust through, but his poke checked away is going to go all the way down the ice, but not far enough for icing, as Brian Levac has to come back for it. Here's Levac in behind his net, stick handling it, ahead to Cameron. Here's Cameron trying to move it free, but it's knocked back to the Massena blue line. Kupal trying to come through, and Levac just takes him out of the play, and Aldis picks up the puck. Headman goes to Eddie Davis. Davis looking ahead for Aldis. Aldis busts out of the zone, now takes it into the Seton zone. Here's Aldis in behind the net now. Bounce pass, picks it up himself, stays with it, flips it right in front. Nobody there but Seton, and they break it out of the zone. Here comes Todd Kupal from center ice, and Doug Cullen makes the save. He just wants a line change. Here's Brian, or I should say Jason Labarge with it in behind his own net. They're being forechecked now. Looking, waiting for somebody to pick him up. Nobody wants to pick him up. And he's going to leave it for Davis. No, he's going to keep it himself. Finally, it comes on the wing to Aldis. Aldis ahead to Cameron. Here comes Trevor, busting into the zone. Trevor trying to drop it through. It's knocked down and dumped down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Seton Catholic. With 1:41 left in the second period on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, we're all tied up at 2.
What Coach Standro is trying to do, and you can see it out there with two of his units, the Kapal unit and the Swinor unit, they're short shifting them. They get out there and they play defensive hockey. He leaves the bulk of the offensive work, a little longer shift to that line of Sample, Juneau, and Flanagan. That's his key unit.
Off the faceoff, Morris out there now with Bergeron, puck in the corner. Ridden around the boards. It comes to Simon Lamoureux, trying to move it out. He does just move it out. Bergeron is there to flip it to an open wing. Seton is going to intercept that pass and dump it into the Massena zone. Cullen stops it behind the net, leaves it, and around the boards it comes. Penalty is up, puck right in front, and the shot, the save by Cullen. He holds on for the faceoff, and again the puck took kind of a funny bounce, ended up right in the slot, and Doug Cullen had to be quick.
It did take a funny bounce. The Raiders ran it on the dasher from behind their own end around the boards, and it hit something just as it got to the Raider forward and jumped out at about 90 degrees right out to the Seton player right out in front. He just couldn't quite he got something on it, but not as much as he wanted, and Dougie Cullen was able to make the save.
Off the faceoff, Jason Labarge with it. He rides it around to Chris Cameron on the right wing. Cameron now goes back to Labarge. Labarge will try it the other side. No, he's going to stay right side. Here comes Jason Labarge going to Bergeron. Feeds to Cameron, breaking down the right wing side. Here's Cameron to Bergeron. Bergeron busts right in front. The shot, oh, he didn't miss by much. Comes back to Labarge. Labarge flips it in the corner. Knocked back out to center ice. Labarge stops it there. He's being bothered. Now a couple of Raiders are there. Cameron steps by the defense. Here's Cameron feeding Jake Morris. Poke checked away, and it bounces free. 38 seconds left in the period. Here comes Ryan Flanagan in the Massena zone. He fakes the shot, drops it in front. Here's the shot. Save made by Cullen. Puck comes free in the corner. Nobody picked it up. For Massena comes to Flanagan in front, and it goes off a leg in the corner. Now the puck in the corner. They center in front again. The shot, and Cullen makes the save.
Oh boy, Dougie Cullen really coming up big here in the last few seconds for the Raiders, because Ryan Flanagan set Chad Sample up beautifully all alone. He a little behind the back pass. He drew both Raider defensemen to him, put it behind the back, and Chad Sample was in alone to the left of Dougie Cullen. Dougie had to stand tall, made a great save. The Knights persisted, picked up the rebound in the corner, threw it out in front again, and again Dougie Cullen coming up with a big save. Two outstanding saves here in the last few seconds.
2-2 tie game here with 18 seconds left. Off the faceoff, Whitcup flips it ahead. It's knocked off the stick. It goes to Aldis. Aldis rides it to Morris. Morris goes to Chilton. Here's Chilton just dumping it in the Seton zone. In around the boards with 5 seconds left. Whitcup trying to come up with it. He can't. It's out to center ice, and that's going to take care of the period. And the first period, or second period, ends right where we were at the end of the first. We'll be going from left to right, and we're underway here off the faceoff. It comes to Aaron Barkley, flips to Cameron, who dumps it in the Seton zone. Comes to the side of the net. Langto leaves it for Gibo, who rides it around the boards. Comes bouncing back to the point, out to center ice. Gets by Barkley, and the puck picked up by Flanagan into the Massena zone. Barkley gets it off his stick. Cameron loses it, but it comes right on Cullen, and he's going to cover up. And that almost was a 2-on-1.
Corey Juno busting by the Raider defenseman, got caught up on the blue line, on his offensive blue line. In fact, the Seton bench was up in arms yelling for a penalty. They felt that Corey Juno was hauled down. And
may have been right.
May have been right.
Off the faceoff, the puck won by the Knights. Comes into the corner. They jam for it. Flanagan, a quick shot. And that hit Cullen. It comes right back to Flanagan. Centering pass knocked down in front. Bouncing around side of the net. And it goes in the net. And Seton takes the lead 3-2.
I tell you, Jerry, where that all started from, and oh boy, they know it. The Raider players know it, and you cannot make a blind pass in your own end, defensive end, and the Raider defenseman did that. He made a blind pass. It looked like he was going to go around the net, but what he did, he threw it behind him to the short side, but the guy that was standing right there was number 20, Ryan Flanagan. He was the most surprised guy in the world. Came to Flanagan's stick, he took a shot. Dougie Cullen made one save. There was another a Seton player standing in front, and he batted in the rebound. But, ooh, you can't make those blind passes in your own end like that.
Chad Sample gets the goal, and here comes Seton again, dumping it in the zone, in behind the net. Ripped around the boards by the Raiders. Back to the point. Here's a shot. Knocked down in front. It comes into the corner again. Whitcup pokes it, and Trevor Cameron picks it up for the Raiders. Rides it around the boards for Adam Morris. Morris just throws a check, lets it go by. It comes to Cameron by way of Whitcup. Here comes Trevor, stick handling it in the corner now. Takes it in behind the net. He's knocked down by Wood. The puck comes free. Where is it? Picked up there and ridden around the boards out to center ice. Here comes Jason Cummings, just dumping into the Massena zone as Seton wants a change. Brian Levac with it. Seton leading it. On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, 3-2. In the Massena zone is Todd Collins. Collins circles, looks ahead, gets it out back in again. We got a delay offside. Seton clears the zone, though. I guess they never cleared the zone, and they blow it dead, and we'll have a face-off just outside. So Massena in the hole again.
Boy, you talk about being in the hole and or on the other side of the coin, giving your club a lift. 32 seconds into the third period, Chad Sample with Ryan Flanagan and Matt Juno picking up the assist, put the Knights up by 1.
Sweenor's line out there. Here's Freddie Kellison from Massena. Kellison backhands it ahead to Davis. We're out there, Davis, Chilton, and Kellison. A different setup for the Red Raiders. Here comes Seton into the zone. Kyle Sweenor. Sweenor gets a shot off, and it goes in the net. And Cullen made the play and went to kick it out, and it went off his stick into the net, and it's 4-2 for Seton.
You just cannot, again, that's a harmless-looking shot from about 40 feet out that Dougie Cullen just, we're going to use the term nonchalant, and he didn't come out aggressively. He kind of said, well, I got this one taped, and he put the blocker up to knock it to the corner, but it deflected in off the blocker and in behind him. That puck was probably going to go wide of the net, and he redirected it in behind himself, and oh boy, within a minute and 45 seconds of the third period, the Seton Catholic Knights have put 2 up on that board, and we talked about that hole being deep. It's really deep. They got to get that fire lit under that Massena Red Raider club, or they're going to experience their second loss here. We'll see. We've got plenty of time, though.
Off the face-off. The puck comes to Collins by way of Levac ahead to Kellison. Kellison flips it to Chilton. He directs it right in on goal, and Langto steers it into the corner. Alex Carter is there, riding it around the boards out to center ice. It comes to Kellison by way of the back. He flips Chilton. Chilton looking to center it. Here's Eddie Davis in front, waves at it, bounces back to the point. Collins, his shot right on. Langto kicks it into the corner for Sample, and Sample dumps it out to center ice. Knocked away, it comes to Kellison again, takes it across. Here's Freddie Kellison, stick handling, high slot, trying to slide it through, knocked down in the corner. Kellison with it, in behind the net, gets tied up, stays with it, pokes it in behind for Chilton. Here's Chilton, tied up by Wood, gets it back again, centers it right across the goal mouth. The puck bounces back and out to center ice. Chilton gets a stick on it, but it's taken away by Flanagan, and he dumps it down the ice. Cullen stops it in behind. 4-2, Seton leading on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Here's Lamoureux dumping it in the Massena zone. In behind the net it comes. Levac wraps it around the boards, bounces in front, poke checked away, and it comes out to center ice again. Jake Morris after it, kicks it by the defense. Morris is going to bust in. Here's Morris, backhand shot. Where is it? It deflected up over the ice, or up over the glass and into the wall. And Morris with a chance to bring Massena back to within one, but he fired it high.
Oh, boy. Captain Jake Morris stripped Simon Lamoureux the puck right at the neutral zone and walked in alone on Zeke Langto, and he had him backed in. Zeke backed in. He had both sides, both corners, and he flipped it up high, and somehow Zeke Langto deflected it over the top of the net.
Here comes Morris, has it poke checked away. Aldis is there to wrap it into the zone of Seton Catholic. The Knights are going to pick it up in behind. That's Lamoureux. Loses to Cameron. Bounces free. Comes to Jake. Jake has it knocked off his stick and out to center ice by Jason Cummings. Here's Cummings riding it into the Massena zone. In behind the net, it's Aldis. Aldis gets knocked down. The puck underneath. It's flipped by a glove. Comes to Jason Labarge. Labarge, headman of Cameron. He just directs it by the defense. Here comes Cameron into the corner right side. Chris Cameron in behind the net, steps by the check. In the corner now, right side. Cameron gets tied up. The puck bounces free. Cameron trying to come up with it. Now Bergeron. And where's the puck? Everybody lost sight of it. Cameron comes up with it. Gets tied up in the corner trying to stay with it. He does. Here's Cameron. The wraparound attempt, it's knocked down, and the Knights are going to clear it out to center ice again. Here comes Jason Cummings, dumping it in the Massena zone, and Cullen stops it and leaves it for Chris Aldis. Aldis wraps it around the boards for Jason Labarge. Labarge trying to come up with it. He gets taken out of the play. The puck along the boards, jamming for it is Sweenor. And Trevor Cameron is in there as well, flipping it out of the pack. It comes to Jason Labarge. Labarge rides it around the boards for Adam Morris. Morris skates to center ice. It's taken out of the play. The puck comes to Trevor Cameron. Across to Whitcup. Goes off his stick. And Seton moving it back out to center ice. Whitcup takes it off a leg. Here's Bobby Whitcup in behind the net, trying to center it. Has it knocked down by Wood. And the puck comes free to the blue line. Kept in at the point. Goes to Cameron right in front. To Morris. Can't get the shot off. Whitcup. He gets ridden into the boards. Skates out of the pack with it. Here's Whitcup back to the point. To the back. He winds up the shot. He fires it wide. Now it comes to Collins right point. Collins in the corner now. Ridden out of the play. Wood comes up with it. Trevor Cameron back at the point has got it. He winds up. Fakes the shot. Takes it to the blue line. Goes to Collins. He directs it in the corner. Jeff Wood coming up with it there, trying to rip it ahead. It kicks free in front to Whitcup. Whitcup, high slot, can't get the shot off. Circles into the corner. Here's Whitcup, in behind, back to the point. Levac on the fly, directed just wide by Adam Morris. Puck cleared back to the blue line. Collins keeps it in. He shoots it. It's knocked down in front by Sweenor, and he's going to ice the puck right there as Massena putting all kinds of pressure on, but they haven't been able to get the good shot yet. 4-2 our score. On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Seton Catholic leading with 9:28 left in the third period.
All kinds of pressure, and the Seton Catholic Knights, they certainly bent but didn't break. They were exhausted, those five that were out there, and just dying trying to get their stick on the puck to get an icing or flip it over the glass. Massena exerting all kinds of pressure.
Face off right side in the Seton zone. Massena trailing by 2 here. Got to get one to get back in this game. It comes to Labarge at the point. Skates out of trouble, gets a quick wrist shot off, knocked down in front, and it's out to center ice. Aaron Barkley goes after it there. He's got Flanagan coming in on him. Flips it ahead for Freddie Kellison. Here's Kellison in his own end, moving it to Eddie Davis on the wing. Davis to Jason Chilton. Chilton drops it for Freddie Kellison. Kellison slides it through, gets knocked down, goes back to the Massena line. Jason LaBarge is there. To Eddie Davis. Davis just dumps it, hit the official at the blue line, and the Knights pick it up and dump it off Flanagan's stick into the corner, Massena zone. Aaron Barkley along with Flanagan after it. Barkley leaves it for Kellison. Here comes Freddie. Trying to move it out. Almost lost it in front. It comes to Barkley ahead to Chilton. Chilton dumps it in the Seton zone, and Massena's going to make a line change here. In behind the net is Simon Lamoureux. Rides it around the boards. The Knights move it to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Flanagan, breaking in on Collins. Flanagan, and Collins just stays with him, takes him out of the play. The puck comes to Levac. Levac rides it around the boards for Kellison. Kellison trying to move it ahead, has to come back for it. Looks up and flips it to Eddie Davis. Here's Davis, across the blue line, into the zone, winds up the big slapper. Langto makes the save and holds on for the face-off, apparently.
The crowd is really up into it, Jerry. We can't hear the whistle. They've gotten into this game. They can sense an upset in the making. 8:07 left to go, and the Seton Catholic Knights up by 2. Seton Catholic looks like they're trying to short shift their players now. Short shifts out there, 20, 30 seconds, and then get off the ice. Get it out of the zone, into the neutral zone, and dump it.
Morris will face it off, right side, in the Seton zone, off the draw. The Knights move it, not out, though. Cameron keeps it in. To Bergeron, to Morris, right in front. Morris can't get the shot off. It comes to Cameron, his shot. The save made. The rebound comes out to center ice. Oh, boy, Jake again all by himself. Couldn't get the shot off. And the puck dumped in the zone, dumped right back out to center ice. Brian Levac is there. Levac with the puck now. Flips to Jake. Jake trying to direct it in the zone. It's intercepted. It comes to Jeff Wood. He bounces it to the Massena line. Picked up there by Jason Cummings. He just dumps it, goes to the side of the net. And Cullen's going to dive out of the net and cover it up for the faceoff. With 7:34, just about halfway through the third period, Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard reads Seton Catholic 4, Massena 2.
Jake couldn't get the shot off, Jerry. He was in alone, but Chris Cameron followed up. He could. He got the shot off, and Zeke Langto really made an outstanding save to keep the Knights up by 2. I thought that Chris Cameron had him dead to rights.
Face off right side, Massena zone. It comes to Jason LaBarge. Moves it out to center ice. It's going down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against Massena. And we'll do it again in the Massena zone.
What a difference a week makes. I don't know how that song goes, but this is not the same Zeke Langto that we saw up in Plattsburgh a few weeks ago, Jerry. He's really been rock solid here. We were a little skeptical the first few minutes. He was flopping down on those knees, but he's gotten really strong as this game progressed. He just made a big, big save off of Chris Cameron.
Face off, back to the point. The shot goes off a leg. Kept in at the point by Wood. He drives it. Knocked down in front. Ooh, bounced just wide in the net. Cullen had lost sight of it. Puck in the corner now, controlled by the Knights as they move it around the horn. That's Colette Dumas. Dumas centers it right in front, but is cleared to the blue line by Adam Morris and out to center ice. Here comes Trevor Cameron with Bobby Whitcup. Cameron takes it across into the corner, goes by Carter. Cameron looks to center right in front. Adam Morris gets a shot and then he got a stick right in the face. And the net's knocked off its moorings. We'll have a face-off.
Trevor Cameron, I just can't believe the play that he just made. Went down the right side, was assaulted down the boards. The Seton Catholic Knights put him to the boards, went into the corner. There were 2 of them. Just before he went in, he took a look to see if he had anybody out in front, and he one-handed that puck with 2 Seton Catholic players on him. He one-handed it with a lot of authority and threw it right out in front, and Adam Morris was right there on the doorstep, and he almost jammed it in the short side. A great move by Trevor Cameron.
Face off right side to Collins, to Levac. He cranks it. Here's the shot, the rebound in front, and Eddie Davis missed it. And the puck back out to the Knights. Here's Flanagan, breaking into the Massena zone, trying to pass it ahead. Levac flips it. Goes to Davis. Davis poke checks it by the defense. He goes after it. Here's Davis, the shot. Oh, nice save by Langto. Good hustle by Eddie Davis. Puck along the boards. Collins pinches in to Kellison. Kellison, stick handles, can't get it back to the point. Now he does. Flip free by Chilton to Collins. Collins going to Davis, goes in behind him. Into the corner. Picked up there by Simon Lamoureux. Back to the point. Levac cranks it up. Deflected right on. The save made. Puck goes in the corner. After it is Chilton. Chilton loses it there. It's picked up by Chad Sample, who moves it out to Ryan Flanagan. Flanagan's headman goes in the zone. Here's the pass back to Flanagan. He has it poked away. It comes to the blue line. And Bergeron poke checks it out to center ice. Bergeron trying to stay with it. Back into the Seton zone. The Knights control it. They move it to Flanagan right at the blue line. He winds it up. His shot is kicked into the corner by Cullen. Now the puck whistles around the boards, kept in at the point by Jeff Wood. We're down to 5:48. Massena still trails by 2. Puck comes free to Jake Morris, and Morris starts out from Massena. Here's Morris, stick handling out to center ice. Oh, what a move he just made. Morris busting in the zone, takes it in behind, can't get the shot off, looks to center, goes to the side of the net, and it's stopped there by Zeke Langto.
Great burst of speed, a great move down that left side by Jake Morris, but he couldn't overcome that last obstacle, number 10, Alex Carter. And that twosome of Carter and Jeff Wood have just been outstanding on defense for the Seton Catholic Knights here this afternoon. But Eddie Davis, a great shift last time out there, Jerry. He tried to ignite a fire.
Off the face-off, the puck comes in the corner. Chris Cameron takes it in behind the net, drops it to Bergeron. Bergeron trying to go in front, but it's back to the point. Barkley cranks it up. It goes wide. Whistles around the boards and out to center ice. We got a 2-on-1 for Seton. Breaking in the zone. Here's a chance for Cummings. Looks to center in front. The shot. Oh, big save by Cullen. Whoa, big save. That would have been the end of the game, probably. He made the big save and the puck back out to center ice. And Seton moved it great on that 2-on-1, but Doug Cullen came up with a big save. Now Seton dumping it in the zone. Jason Labarge with it for the Massena Red Raiders. Drops it for Aaron Barkley. Barkley moves it to Cameron. Here's Cameron. Stick handling to center ice. Takes it in the zone for Jake. Back to Cameron in the corner. Chris with it. Backhand shot. Ooh, saved by Langto. Puck around the boards. Jason Labarge. Deflected. Oh, right on. The rebound comes to Jake. His shot. And a save made by Langto on his back. And the puck bounces to the blue line. Aaron Barkley keeps it in. Flips it. No, it's offsides.
It was, Jerry, just by inches, and referee Wayne Humel right on the spot. It came out just by a fraction, but good call. Jake Morris again had Zeke Langto at his mercy. Had him down, had him out of position, but it hit something and it deflected to the corner. Just prior to that, a great 2-on-1 situation by Jason Carter and Todd Coppell. We thought Coppell had number 5, but Dougie Cullen, a great save.
Off the face-off, the puck controlled by Gibo. He dumps to the Massena line. Brian Levac now takes it in behind. 4.5 left to play. Massena down by 2. They're pressing, trying to get a goal here. Adam Morris taken out of the play in behind the net. The puck picked up by Sweenor. He just looks to tie it up. The puck comes bouncing free, and finally Morris skates out of the pack. A head man to Cameron. Here comes Trevor with it. Flipping for Bobby Whitcup. Whitcup in the zone. He's got Cameron trailing. Whitcup takes it in the slot. His shot deflected in the net by Adam Morris. And Massena gets one. It's 4-3 with 4 minutes left. Adam Morris will get the goal. Bobby Whitcup did a great job.
Bobby Whitcup gained the zone coming down the right side, and he coming down on his off wing. He cut into the middle. And again, the key, go to the net without the puck. Adam Morris went to the net without the puck. Bobby Whitcup from about 40 feet out fired the puck, and Zeke Langto made the initial save. But as the rebound dropped to his feet, Adam Morris, who was cruising in front, went to the net without the puck like you should do. Just batted in the rebound into the open side, and we've got a 1-goal difference with 4 minutes left to go.
So the Raiders coming up with their 3rd goal. Adam Morris will get it. They still have 1 to go here. Plus, they got to keep Seton off the board.
Big play by the Raiders. Great effort by Bobby Whitcup and by Adam Morris going to the net without the puck.
Off the face-off, Barkley flips it ahead for Eddie Davis. Davis goes to Chilton. He dumps it in the Seton zone. In behind the net, Jeff Wood rides it around the boards for Flanagan. Flanagan dumps it to center ice. Barkley trying to flip it ahead. His kick to the Massena line, and in the zone it goes off Chad Sample's stick. In behind the net, Barkley trying to ride it around the boards, and it bounces up over the glass, and we'll have a face-off in the Massena zone. 3:37 left in the 3rd period on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Seton leading Massena 4-3.
The official time on that last goal, the 11-minute mark, is 14th of the year. Adam Morris with Trevor Cameron and Bobby Whitcup picking up the assist.
Off the face-off, puck back to the point. Sample cranks it. Score! And that'll put the 2-goal margin right back again.
Oh boy,
right
the
Seton
Catholic Knights won the draw, and it came right back to the point. And you mentioned Chad Sample. I'm not sure, but it went right through the 5-hole. I'm not sure if it was Sample or Alex Carter, Jerry, but he unleashed a shot. Dougie Cullen was not screened. He came out. He was out of the net, but It found the 5-hole right between the legs. He just mistimed the split move, and it went right between the legs.
5-3 again, a 2-goal advantage. Now there's just 3:30 left to play. Bergeron loses his stick, and the Knights dump it in the Massena zone, in behind the net now. The puck wrapped around the boards. Bergeron drops it for Morris. Here comes Morris, busting down the zone, takes it in on net, and it goes just wide in the corner. After it is Chris Cameron. Cameron moving, gets tied up by Wood. Cameron trying to stay with it, comes out to the blue line and out to center ice. We got a partial 2-on-1. Now Gibo shot knocked down. It bounces to Flanagan, and he can't get the shot off. It comes bouncing, comes to Morris. Jake takes the puck, moves it ahead. Flanagan intercepts right back for Jake. Here comes Morris with it, flipping it ahead for Chris Cameron. Cameron takes it, loses it, comes out to center ice. Here come the Knights again. Back down the ice is Cummings. Cummings shot, glove save, and Cullen's going to hold on for the faceoff. We're down to 2:40 left to play in the third period. Seton Catholic leading Massena 5-3 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
We talk about that first minute right after a goal is scored is crucial, that you keep the pressure on, you don't let the opposition bounce back, and after that 1:11 minute mark, just 27 seconds later, the Seton Catholic Knights, Ryan Flanagan with Alex Carter picking up the assist, drilled one right between the legs of Dougie Cullen. We've got 2:40 left to go in this game.
Trevor Cameron will take the face-off against Todd Kupal. Face-off right side in the Massena zone. Movement on the face-off. Waiting for them to drop the puck here. Are we ready? They drop it. Comes to Whitcup. Whitcup busts out of the pack. Here comes Whitcup. Right side. Looking in the corner now. Takes it in the corner. And he gets checked. The puck comes to Morris in front. Cameron can't get the shot off. Oh, what a pass from Adam Morris. Now it's Jason Labarge with it. Drop pass. Comes free to Trevor Cameron. Cameron gets knocked out of the play, and it bounces back in the Massena zone. We're down near 2 minutes left. Picked up by Aaron Barkley. Barkley to Whitcup. Here's Bobby Whitcup to Trevor Cameron. Cameron takes it across, offsides. Morris.
Oh, boy, that's going to excite the crowd. The whistle, and in fact, Trevor Cameron, after the offside, fired the puck at Zeke Langto and incensed the Seton Catholic players. And they just delivered a message to him. You don't do that, son. A little bit of frustration. But one of the hardest collisions we've seen all year, Jerry. Number 15 for the Raiders, Bobby Whitcup, and I believe it was number 11 for Seton Catholic, Todd Kupel, collided behind the Seton Catholic net. And two immovable objects. In fact, Mr. Coppell is the one that had a few words with Trevor Cameron. They're both going to go to the box here with 2:05 left. And that all started after there was an offside, and Trevor Cameron continued on to the zone and fired the puck. And Todd Coppell took exception to that, and he was the one that ran into Bobby Whitcup, and that was at least a 7 on the Richter scale.
Penalties matching minors, 1 to each team, and now we're going to go 4-on-4. And Massena's got a tall order here. They've got to score 2 goals in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And I think there's going to be a misconduct on Trevor Cameron as Todd Manning comes over to serve the minor. The misconduct would be for firing the puck, I would imagine.
After the whistle. That sounds like a good call, Jerry. But you mentioned a tall order that the Raiders have with 2:05 left, down 2. Let's see what they've got out there. Chris Cameron, Jake Morris, Todd Collins, and Brian Levac.
Levac with the puck goes to Collins. Collins flips it ahead for Cameron. Goes in the corner, and it's picked up there by Alex Carter. Carter flips it out to center ice. Comes to Brian Levac. His headman knocked down by Flanagan back in the Massena zone. Levac and Flanagan go together into the boards. The puck kicks free. It's bouncing around in the corner. Levac. Headman to Jake. Here comes Morris. Being impeded all the way. Takes it in the zone. Here's Morris, side of the net. Sharp angle shot goes up over as the goalie got a glove on it. It's dumped down the ice. That'll be an icing call on Seton Catholic if it goes far enough, and it does. And we have just 1 minute, 26 seconds left in the third period. Seton Catholic leading Massena 5-3 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
And across the way, the small contingent of Seton Catholic fans that travel down to see their club are really up, and their hands are going. They can just anticipate a big upset here this afternoon. 1:26 left to go in this hockey game.
Face-off will be in the Seton zone to the left side. Massena got to get a goal right here to even have a chance to get back into this game. Off the face-off, puck in the corner. Picked up there by Wood. Wood moves it, doesn't get it out, comes to Barkley. He cranks it up. Score! Aaron Barkley from the point. We got a one-goal game again.
Good teams do never say quit, and I'll tell you, the Raiders are a good team, and they don't say quit. And a mistake by the Seton Catholic Knights. Their defenseman, instead of running the puck around the boards, he tried to clear it up the middle, and he didn't have enough on it, and he cleared it right to the point, and Aaron Barkley drilled a shot from the point and got through traffic, and I'm not sure if it hit Chris Aldis, who's playing a forward line. He's a defenseman, but Coach Moore's got him out here in the dying seconds to plug up that middle, and he did just that. We'll see who's going to get the goal, but it was a point, and we have a timeout. I'm not sure who called it, whether the Knights or the Raiders, but both coaches fervently going over last-minute details. Coach Stan Moore out on the ice with this the group that he wants out there, and Coach Mike Dandro and his assistant trying to calm the Seton Catholic Knights, saying, hey, good position in your own end. We've got the 118. Use your head out there, get under pressure, dump it, flip it over the boards if you have to, but play good, tight defense. The Raiders, on the other hand, they've got to gain the zone. They haven't got time to be cute. They got to get into the zone and send everybody down. 2 men on the puck. Flood the zone.
We got 3 defensemen and a forward. Here's Chris Aldis with a puck. Takes it across in the zone, loses it. Labarge is jamming for it, comes back to Aldis. Oh, nice move by Aldis to keep it in the zone. Goes in the corner for Morris. Back in front. Knocked in behind. Jake trying to tie it up. He sticks at it. Here's Morris, gets knocked down, stays with it. It's ripped around the boards. We're under a minute to play as the puck comes out to center ice. Aaron Barkley in his own end, dumping it to an open wing. It bounces around to Jason Labarge. Labarge takes it across. Here's Jason with it, turning it around, looking to set it up in the corner. Deflected right in front. Morris banging at it, side of the net. Where is it? Ripped around the boards. Barkley pinching in, keeps it in, his shot knocked down, it comes in front to Aldis, his shot, Labarge fanned on it, trying to center it, 30 seconds left, Massena's pulled their goalie, they haven't. Puck ripped around the boards, bounces out to center ice, we got a breakaway, here comes Todd Kupal, Cullen comes out, but it scores anyway, and Seton will win this game 6-4 as they score. Doug Cullen came out of his net to poke check it away, Ryan Flanagan followed up and put it in the open net. And the Knights are going to hold on for the victory. Massena didn't give up, but they had some unbelievable opportunities and couldn't get a shot off.
Just unbelievable, just doesn't say it all, Jerry. They were unbelievable. Again, from our vantage spot up here, we can really see, and they had just glorious opportunities. Zeke Langto, Jason Labarge was probably 20 feet out and had him dead to rights and just was cranking it up, and it went off the stick and it hit somebody, came out of the zone, and the Knights had actually a 2-on-none, and Dougie Cullen made a great save on Todd Collins as he came out to poke check it, but the rebound came to Flanagan, that number 20, Ryan Flanagan. He's at the last 2 goals, and he just put it in the empty net from about 25 feet out, but oh boy, the Raiders had their opportunities.
We got a whistle off the face-off, and I think we got a penalty, probably matching Miners.
That last goal at the 14:41 mark, Ryan Flanagan, who's had the last 2 Seton Catholic goals from, as we mentioned, Todd Kupel, should be another assist someplace if they missed it, because that puck came out of the zone and it was put out by a Seton Catholic defenseman, but make no difference. This game is history. 15 seconds left to go, and the Seton Catholic Knights are going to come out with a big victory, and they did send the message to Massena here today.
I guess so. Off the face-off, a bouncing puck with 13 seconds left, dumped in the Massena zone, rides in behind the net, and it's picked up by Levac. He moves it right in front of his own goal net, feeding it ahead to to Kellison. Kellison front shot, score! With 1 second left, that'll make it 6-5, but that's too few, too late. And with 1 second left, Freddie Kellison scores the final goal, but
It shows you that they're not going to give up without a fight, though. They caught the Seton Catholic Knights flat-footed. They were enjoying, I don't know what the defense were doing, but Freddie Kellison got in behind him, and I believe it was Brian Levac who put it right on his stick. A beautiful pass, hit him at the blue line.
And that was a shorthanded goal as Massena had picked up a penalty before that. And they'll drop the puck, and the game is over. Seton Catholic wins it 6-5. And actually, that'll vault them into first place in Division I. Massena with 2 losses in Division I, Seton Catholic with 1. So Seton Catholic moves into first place in Division I, and I'm sure that's going to drop Massena in the state rankings, no question about it.
Well, a big win for the Seton Catholic Knights. They came down out of Clinton County and put on a really gritty performance here this afternoon. Zeke Langto in that first period really hung tough. 12 big saves. The Raiders out shooting them in that first period 13-2. But after that, the Knights matched Massena stride for stride. In fact, they took charge in that second period. And then we had a 2-2 hockey game starting the third. And they came out in that third period with those 2 quick goals at 32 seconds and at 1:45, boy. And that just set them on their way.